And we'll continue this morning with the Fyffe Red Devils. First of all, I want to congratulate Coach Benefield. Congratulations on being named to the Alabama High School Football Hall of Fame. And well-deserved honor there, so I want to say congratulations to you. I'd like for you, or let your young men introduce themselves, and then some opening comments from you, and I'm sure we'll have some questions today.
Get my hair fixed. I'll be ready.
You look good. He's actually been to football camp, believe it or not, this morning. So,
kids camp, yep. It's a joy. Caden Sharp and Caleb Mitchell. I don't know, he had a brother play for me, so if I call him wrong name, he knows who I'm talking about. But just trying to get a little work in, and it's mighty hot, and we're trying to get in shape enough to practice.
Coach, I know last year when we talked offensive line, all seniors, or except I think there's 4 of the 5 were seniors. So I'm sure that's a concern for you going into the fall camp as we go into the season.
Yes, it is. I don't use the word young. I just say inexperienced. We will try to, hopefully, if we stay healthy, be better at the end of the year than we are when we start. But got new guys up there everywhere, and we'll just do what we can do.
As for the players, guys, I know Coach Benefield works you hard, definitely with that. What are some of the things you take from his coaching into everyday life?
I'll go. I'd say the effort definitely is one thing that we take into life. Like, you want to be successful and try your best at everything you do on and off the field. Like, especially in school, he makes sure we get good grades too, and that we work hard at that. So.
He always makes us make sure we respect our teachers like we respect him. He wants us to respect them more than we really respect him, but he always wants us to give us 110% no matter what we do on and off the field.
I'm going to stick with Sharp and Mitchell back here in the back, but guys, you both have played alongside some good examples of leadership for you. Jake Wooden and Brody Hicks are 2 guys that come to mind most recently. Playing alongside those types of guys, what did you learn from guys like that that's going to help you translate to this season to help you be 2 of the leaders that your team needs you to be?
Really, when we may not be the biggest on the field, but we'll still try to hit the hardest and the longest. And no matter how hard it gets, you got to keep pushing to do your best.
The first thing that comes to mind is Brody Hicks carrying the ball play after play in the state championship, and then going to play defense right afterwards. Just seeing that example of the effort it takes to play football at the highest or the best level you can is definitely showed me the way that you lead by example and the way you play.
This is also for players, but if, Coach, you want to add your thoughts, you can. There's an expectation at Fyffe for state championships. How do you guys handle that? Make sure, it's a long season. Week 1, I think you're 3 months from state championships at that point. How do you handle focusing on week 1 now and not worry about maybe the expectations?
I don't think about stuff like that. I mean, there may be people that do, but I don't. I don't think many of our players think about something 2 or 3 months from now, but we'll just take one day at a time and try to get better every day, and that's all we can do.
We really try to not work at one game at a time and not start thinking about games ahead, really.
Yeah, we try to keep a level head and stay humble and keep pushing, keep taking one game at a time. There's never a guaranteed win, so just take it one game at a time.
Coach, being around you in the program for a while now, you've had a ton of good skill guys over the years, but you're in a unique situation this year with the offensive line. You lost a lot of good leadership, and the guys took a lot of snaps on that offensive line. What's some of the things you've done and some of the guys that we should expect to see to step up in those roles this year?
Well, we hope that we've been training these guys the last couple of years when they've been going against those other people, and it's their time to play now. And they can't hide behind me on the sideline anymore, so they got to be out on the field. And hopefully they'll be ready to go. They've been practicing against those kind of guys for 2 or 3 years. And you'd think that'd make you better if you want to get better. But, I can't put desire and want to and all the intangibles it takes to be really good into people. They have to grow up enough to want to do that on their own. Some things you got to do on your own.
Coach, can you comment? I know we go back to maybe 17 or 18 where you changed your offense.
14.
14 when you started changing your offense. And I've read and where you said that this was an offense for us in our school. And I know other people around the state have copied you from that. But when you changed your offense, talk about what it took to change that offense and what goes into building that offense. And I know it starts for you in the weight room.
Well, it does. And, it wasn't that much different than what we were doing already. Just a few little minor kinks had to be worked out. And, we're pretty high on our defense, too. We think our defense plays pretty well, and our offense complements that. And of course, it's not like we got platoons playing in there. So if our offense lets the defense rest like they talk about in the pros and college, mine's out there all the time, so there is no rest except at halftime and after the game. So it's just been something that's worked out for us. It's not for everybody. And one reason it's not for everybody is if you're not throwing a pass every 2 or 3 plays, and people behind you start hollering to throw passes and say, I'm too old to care what they say behind me. So I don't know. It's just the way it is. Don't know how many more years it'll be like that, but good Lord willing, I'll coach a few more days.
Well, Coach, last year, my wife and I watched the championship game, and she kept commenting on B.B. Comer knows what's coming, but they can't stop it. And I told her, I said, honey, that's the way Fyffe plays football. I said, they keep coming at you, In that third and fourth quarter, you get wore down. I said, you can't get off of blocks. I said, this is where the game is won, is during the summer and in the weight room. Do you believe that to be true?
I believe that 100% true. And they don't know where it's going every time because we can either go left or right. Is that right, Howie? Go left or right one. So there's the... Oh, yes, it's just... You said it exactly.
Coach, I've got a question to you specifically. And I got to looking at this week, and people have asked me around the state when I go different places, what makes Fyffe good? What makes them great? And I started talking about, well, you go back to 1970, and Ronnie Householder became the head football coach. I believe it was 1970.
That's right.
And from 1970, and this is 2023, which is going to be 54 football seasons, there's been 3 football coaches at Fyffe, and only one of them coached 2 years. So that's 52 years of Ronnie Householder or Paul Benefield coaching. Consistency pays off. And I know your mentor was Coach Householder, and he had a great coaching career at Fyffe, and you've gone above that. So would you like to comment on those things?
Well, start with Coach Nelson Ellis came in '67 and started a pretty good little run there on his own, and had a foundation built when Coach Householder got there, and Coach Householder was just he is what he is and was, and everybody knew him, loved him, and kids played hard. And I'm not Coach Householder because everybody don't love me like they did him, and I push my kids, and I'm not running for no kind of election. I'm not running for superintendent or no office, so I'm not looking to be popular. Never have been. So I don't know if that answered your question or not, but I felt like I wanted to say it.
Well, the thing about it is the consistency. There's no other program in the state. Coach House won 217 games in his career. You're at 337. I don't know of any school in the state of Alabama that had 2 football coaches that could claim almost 600 wins that coaches in school. So, you know, to me, that's consistency. You had 2. You go back to Coach Nelson Ellis, Paul Ellis was an outstanding coach in this county for a long time. So the Red Devils have been blessed with good men to be football coaches.
Sure, and that's a good point. You're making a point that a community has let somebody coach for 25 years. And I think if you do look around, you'll see that that's not the way it is lots of places. There's so many great coaches up in the stands that never get an opportunity, and all these coaches know this. They just probably not going to talk about it like I do. But if we could just have some of them up there, you know, coaching sometimes. But Coach Householder, you know, we miss him dearly, and he was one of a kind.
Well, you're one of a kind also, and we appreciate you guys being here today. Congratulations on another state championship last year. I know that's behind us. We're going forward, looking for another one, but good luck this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.